Take a look at this filtration schedule. We're going to get 98,640 gallons of filtered water in 24 hours. It's going to cost us about $2.45 to do so. 18.88 kilowatts of power consumed. 13 cents is the national average that I've used for the multiplier here to come up with $2.45 a day. So with almost 100,000 gallons, this is a big pool. I mean, that's why you would be filtering this much. And we've got 2-inch pipes in the plumbing system. But notice that the resistance to flow is only approximately equal to about 25. So this is going to represent a pool where, let's say it's a large pool, maybe 20 by 40, but the equipment's probably directly adjacent to the pool, not 40, 50 feet away, 10 feet away, something to that effect. And that's why the resistance to flow is a little bit lower. Every swimming pool is unique. This is just one example to kind of give you a starting point where you can compare some numbers. And what I want to show you here in specific, because this is important, there's a lot of big pools out there and you need a lot of flow. Like, look at the RPM that we're going on this 24-hour schedule: 2,500, 3,200, and 3,450. Like, there's hardly any low periods. There is no low period for RPM at all. So this represents a pretty demanding system, like something where you need at minimum 60 gallons per minute of flow at all times. What I want you to note here is, let's say we just ran this pump, this 1.5 horsepower Hayward variable speed pump. Let's say that we ran that at 3,450, but instead of going for 4 hours, we just ran it 24 hours a day like that. We would end up with about 118,000 gallons of filtered water instead of the 98,000 that you see here. But instead of 18.8 kilowatts of power, we'd be over 31. So it's pretty notable the amount of savings that you can get. We go from 31 to 18, but on the filtration side, we'd only drop from 118 to 98. At 98, you're still getting a ton of filtered water, but only $2.45 a day. So let's go ahead and take a look at this running on the system now. $2,500. And there we are with our 61 gallons per minute. Top right corner, just about 520 watts of power. $3,200 RPM. Expecting to see 77 here. There we go. A little bit of variance. Note the change in the decimal place in the top right corner. We're now in kilowatts, so 1.05 kilowatts, or 1,050, 1,060 watts is how you would read that. Now we'll check out top speed. Let's take a look at that filter pressure. That is just under 8. $82 gallons per minute. $1,320 watts, or 1.32 kilowatts, as it reads right now. So looking at the power used here, that's the calculation, and that arrives us at just under 19 kilowatts times 13 cents, which is again the nationwide average, about $2.45 a day, just under $75 a month. And again, this represents a pool that's pretty demanding. That's a lot of filtered water. But you've still managed to save a considerable amount versus running a single speed pump 24 hours a day. In this video, we're going to design and program a 24-hour variable speed pump schedule for this Hayward variable speed super pump. Now, in this case, this program is going to represent what would be a pretty large pool and something that needs an awful lot of filtration, but we want to dial back to whatever extent we can to save as much money as possible while still having a 24-hour schedule that achieves the maximum amount of filtered water. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll proceed to the timers menu by pressing the menu button and the right button to enter the timers menu. Now, timer 1 here, we want to make a change to, so we press the up button. It asks us if we want to change the name. You can change it if you want. So the first thing I'm going to do, right now you see 900 RPM. That would be what the existing schedule is for this pump. But we're going to change that because we need a lot of flow. So I'm going to dial this all the way up to 2500 RPM. There we go, that's quite a bit. And let's proceed. And I want this 2500 RPM to run from 5 a.m. until 11 a.m. There we go. And I want to set that for 7 days a week. And there we go. Timer 1 has been set. Now timer 2, we want to make a change. So we press up again. And I want to change the RPMs here to the maximum, which is 3,450 RPM. Remember, this pool that we're talking about needs a lot of filtration, so I'm going to have a little bit of time here. In this case, from 11 a.m. until noon. Just 1 hour here, just to kind of break up that 2,500 RPM that we were just doing. It was a pretty long period of time, so I added an hour there at maximum. So timer 3, I want to make a change. And what I want to do is have some more time at 2,500 RPM. There we go. And we're going to go from noon till 8 p.m. There we go. 7 days a week. And that's timer 3. Timer 4, I want to make a change. Press right, and now we'll set this RPM to 3,200. Hit next, and I want to set my time from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. 7 days a week is what I'm looking for, and now that's timer 4. Proceeding along, timer 5, we press up to make a change. I don't want to change the name, so I proceed to the RPM selection, and in this case again, I want to dial it all the way up to the maximum, 3,450 RPM. There we go. Hit next. And in this case, we're just going to finish out the schedule with 2 a.m. until 5 a.m. And that's when the 24-hour schedule would start over again. So we get to the end, we press the menu button. Very important, we press the plus button, and that saves the program we've just made. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.